if we're able to save 1 trillion in 2 months, this money can also be diverted into other sectors of the economy. Say for help us in to grow these other sectors. So I think it's a good one.
Yeah, it is actually. You know, this is coming after or it came during his live address yesterday.
Yes, towards Nigerian SEC. And now it says Senate screens confirms Wike, Momo and others as ministers. Congratulations to them.
Yes.
In advance.
Big congratulations.
Yes, I congratulate Wike, Momo and the rest. So congratulations to them. It shows
in the Senate actually because of the speedy process at which they are working.
Yesterday they started working from 1 to about 6 p.m. Yeah,
it really shows that
they are committed to their job.
Yes, and it also shows that they are ready to work hand in hand with the president to ensure that Nigeria is run properly.
That's a good one. So, all right. So quickly, it says also that anger swells in Oyo. Oshita in silence. Lagos Labour, that's National Labour Congress, Lagos chapter says, Lagos declares 50 to 25% discount on.
You know, the palliatives and the
that's
pushing
Lagos
of the economy.
Yeah.
So it's a good one by Lagos State government.
Well done to them. That's well done to someone. And then protest, no going back, says Labour Party. Sorry, not Labour Party, I beg your pardon. National Labour Congress. You know, they are saying they are not going to protest. They are still going to go ahead with it. That's tomorrow. No matter, even though they had it closed down, although they said their meeting was inconclusive with the federal government, so they are still going to go ahead. While on his live broadcast, he still insists that they want to go on with George dies. Court, may he so rest in peace. Court restrains Abia panels. Federal government raises security concerns over second Niger bridge. That's it on the
Daily Sun. Yes, so
we move over quickly to the next one.
Quickly, let's take a look at The Guardian.
Okay.
Yeah, on The Guardian it says Tinubu justifies reforms, unveils 500 billion naira package to ease pains. I mean, this is also part of his address yesterday in cushioning the effect of the current economic crisis in Nigeria. We have Tinubu's presidency wrote to, and under that we have a trillion naira saved from subsidy in over 2 months. We also have minimum wage salary to be reviewed. These are part of the things he was talking about yesterday. And
this salary and wages really need to be minimum. It's important because
yes, it is actually.
People are going for the way that the government can do it and do it speedily too.
Yeah,
it will actually go a long way.
So quickly, let me brush through the pennies. Wow. I mean, this will boost our industrial sector definitely. We have MSMEs to get 125 billion naira. I mean, to help the small and medium scale businesses. Yeah. Then we have 200,000 metric tons of grains.
It's important because the grains really are on the high side now. I learned that a bag of corn used to be 16,000. Now it's about 56,000.
I mean, everything is currently rising, but Tinubu yesterday reassured Nigerian is taken care of.
And these are some of the things we have to go through to get to that point.
To get to where we want to.
Yeah.
Then we have 225,000 metric ton of fertilizers, seedlings and other inputs. We have spent tools in our agricultural sector. We have approval of infrastructure support funds for states. Roll out buses nationwide for mass transit. This is to cushion the effect of 3,000 units of 20-seater CNG fueled buses. I mean, I mean, this last one is really how do I put it? It's really good. Vehicles in Nigeria would be a massive boost to our transportation if we are to be serious.
I agree.
Then we have Labour FG meet again in last attempt to stop tomorrow's protest.
Labour is not yielding, they're not bulging. I don't know why.
they really want to make a stand and let their
They
voices
want to
be
make a
heard.
statement. Sure.
Yes. Concerns over Mafab's delayed 5G development operation. Senate jettisons promise of thorough screening for ministerial. Watched part of the screening.
Had to stop about three persons wearing screened yesterday because their credentials had issues. So they told them to go correct it, that they will come back to them or something. One had to do with his age or something. I think he said he was born in from supposed minister from Benue State. So they are actually being thorough about the whole thing, and it's a good one.
It's really a good one. We must commend them once again. Niger coup group warns ECOWAS on danger if we start clashing with each other. I don't think that's a good one.
It's not a good one, actually. And then these guys, I just feel they should listen. This ECOWAS is
it's a body,
yes,
an African body
that they should listen. And I think everything boils down to having a dialogue. Just come, let's hear your problems, then we'll meet, reach an agreement, and then move forward from there. To say that military intervention, they don't want it, I mean, that's a problem.
No, I don't think it's a good one, actually. $60,000 each for making second round. I mean, this is a good one.
To them.
A big congratulations to our female superstars who are out there making Nigerians proud all over the world.
Yeah.
Yes, and I think this is also a good morale boosters for them.
It is actually.
Subsidy, time for sacrifice and responsible governance. That's the last headline on The Guardian. And quickly we'll move on to the next.
Okay, on Daily Trust, the headline says Labour faults Tinubu's broadcast, insists on tomorrow's protest. Wow, that's 2nd of August, tomorrow. Okay, it says also we will intervene on our policies if necessary. President announces 200 billion for agri interventions, 775 billion to strengthen manufacturing sector. President's broadcast deceptive. That's coming from article. Censorship to meet presidency and NLC over planned strike.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Wike, Kyari, 5 others take bow as Senate screen 14 nominees. Super Falcons to earn 46 million each for picking World Cup round of 16 tickets.
Okay.
Sudan, Saudi airline resumes full services, launches new aircraft in Kano, intensifies as NEC meets tomorrow.
NEC, yes, the National Economic Council.
Yeah.
Executive Council, rather.
Okay. So 83 persons die, 836 infected as
mood changes, you become sad, because these are not things that are supposed to be occurring in a country like ours.
Truly, this is not good. You get that news from page 17 on the Daily Trust. And then Dangote Cement reports 950 billion Pan-African revenue. Okay.
So quickly, move on to the Punch.
Yeah.
We have, most of these headlines are repetitive.
Yeah.
So the Punch now, we'll just look at it. On the biggest headline here, we have Labour insists on protests as Tinubu okays 500 relief for MSMEs. Others resume talks with NLC today. NLC faults FG's reforms. Lagos slashes fares as protests rock Oyo or Osun State. I mean, I really don't know why they are protesting in Oyo and Osun currently. And then we also have Senate Screen 14 tackles nominees over age and tax.
Yeah.
We have external reserve sheds 167 decorates service chiefs. Generals pledge loyalty.
That's a good one, please. You should.
Yeah. To Nigeria, actually.
Yes, they should. We need that.
And then we have gallant Falcons pocket 1 billion naira. Reach World Cup last 16. A big congratulations to the Super Falcons. And then we have fuel price hike. Drivers threaten to dump Bolt and Uber. I mean,
Why?
it's a
Why?
business that a lot of people have come to depend on here in in short, in major cities in
Cities.
our country. And I mean, the fuel hike is affecting everybody, and them especially too.
True. Because how do you fill your tank for maybe 40,000, and you use that for maybe about 3 or 5 trips, and it's already make gains from it, because
Yeah.
most people don't even use Uber anymore. We just prefer to do along these days.
Yeah. So quickly before we round up, we have residents grown as medics are.
So sad.
Abductors collected 350,000 naira to release me, says Ondo kidnap victim.
350,000 naira.
Yes.
Okay.
And
That's
then we
fair
have
enough.
Niger junta arrests top politicians. Germany withdraws aid. I mean,
From six curfew.
yeah.
Visits looted warehouses. That's in Adamawa State. Yeah.
Yes.
Mba mourn as Justice Nweze dies at
64.
64. Cash squeeze, low returns drag down investment in FG saving bond. Labour insists on nationwide mass protests from tomorrow. Boko Haram terrorists kill 11 poor farmers would have gone to the farm. People that have gone to farm, 11 poor farmers would have gone to the farm. People that have gone to farm just to see how they can meet their daily needs. This Boko Haram issue, please.
I mean, I really don't know what's happening.
It has to just
they've been
come
silent
to an end
for some
for
time
a while.
now. So
I thought we had passed that phase.
Honestly, I really don't know, but I know that His Excellency, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government is going to work very hard to ensure that we have peace, especially in the north.
Northeast, really, truly. Senate holds screening of 3 ministerial nominees over alleged forgery, age falsification. All right, that's it on the newspaper review this morning. And we'll take a quick break before we come back for NDLEA report. We have a guest coming in. And so we'll be back shortly to talk with him. So you have a good day. We'll see you in a bit. Welcome back, viewers. With me in the house this morning is Chris Onu. He's a reporter for NDLEA Beats. So he's here with me this morning. We'll be talking about an interesting topic, actually. You know, I would like to learn or know why people indulge in taking sex enhancement drugs. So he's here to talk to us this morning about it. So you're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, Chris. So before we dive into it properly or fully, can you just tell us a bit or what it means, what sex enhancements or sexual enhancers, what it means, or what does that word really mean, sex enhancements?
Sexual enhancers are drugs which enhance erectile function
for men
and
aphrodisiacs.
Yes, which increase the sexual arousal of men.
That's the libido.
Yes, the libido. So in other words, is there are drugs which are used, for bed.
Wow.
Yeah.
To perform well, like people can't perform well, or they can't do well in bed without taking this thing.
To go on bed with either a male or a female, without going there, to have premature ejaculation, and the embarrassment of the whole thing.
I don't think
is actually.
Is it embarrassment when you to have premature ejaculation? That's
yes,
for a man. It's embarrassing for him.
Yes.
But maybe that could be because the man has infections or something.
Yes, it could be that the man has infection.
I mean, taking sex enhancement drugs, it also affects you as a man.
Yes, it affects.
Because if you start taking sex enhancement drugs from when you're young, maybe your mid-20s, by the time you get to 40,
it doesn't show effects at
early.
Yes, at the early stage.
Enhancement drugs. How does it work in the body?
Yes, sex enhancing drugs. It's dysfunction. The flow of blood, to a right particular direction, because blood in our body actually flows to a particular direction. Now it changes the direction of this blood, to the manhood.
Like it makes it work faster.
Yeah, no, not just work faster as walking faster. It changes the direction to the to the manhood.
It channels the flow of the blood directly only to the man.
Yes, to the manhood. Yes, to make his manhood erect properly, so they think, and then to be able to perform well, sexually.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is not so good at all.
It's
sex enhancers.
Yes.
Drugs.
There are drugs like Viagra. Yes, there are drugs for pills. There are drugs for not just drugs alone. There are herbs. There are also herbs. Like they have these herbs that they use, like
DJD. To wash off dirt from the system.
Wash off dirt. They also
also have agbo that works specifically for manhood.
Yes, for manhood. Yes,
wow.
Yes, to perform same function pills will also perform. You understand? So they have different types of local herbs and also even drugs.
In fact,
for enhancement.
I grew up in the north. I grew up in Kaduna State.
Okay.
Yeah? So I know that if you go to buy suya, do you want the normal
yaji
or the one that will help you to perform?
Yes.
I even know that they have the twin stick of it.
The twin stick of it. And there are even some sticks that they will actually soak in the water. I mean, in this thing we call ogogoro for a very long time. It will help to dilute it. The whole mixture, and once you drink it, it can even help you to on women.
You are kidding me,
that's
right?
That's the truth.
No, you spend 6 hours on one woman.
Yes,
that's a horse.
Yes,
6 whole hours.
But most times, these women actually want.
I don't think any woman in her right sense
want
a man to spend 6 hours straight. You mean?
No, not 6 hours straight per se, but you can be with that woman for a whole day. Spend a lot of time with that woman, and then you perform really well, as long as folks and herbs.
Excuse you, bro. In one day?
Yes, in a day. In a day.
Oh my God, please! This is very funny. Like you do 10 runs in one day. What? I'm going to be very straight here now, because there's no excitement anymore.
The blood is, it doesn't tell now, it tells in the future.
As a letter is, because when you become weak, and then
having severe headache, You understand?
Okay, now can you just quickly tell us the effects of these sexual
Yes.
enhancement drugs?
Okay, just like I just said just now, it causes severe headache. You understand? What we call it, kidney. It causes kidney failure. It causes, if you know, when you know all of these things, when these things happens like this, especially the flow of blood, when it changes, you know, the pump.
For you to enjoy
For you
it.
to enjoy it.
We're not trying. What are you trying to prove? You're supposed to enjoy it. In the moment, you just flow with it.
Yes.
Not that you spend a whole day on a woman.
Yes,
And
yes.
There's no point in taking sexual. Youth should be discouraged from taking things like
But you
this.
won't just say it is just the, it becomes weak. And for a woman who is
Definitely,
not,
because something
who is
came out
not
of your body.
actually, for a woman who is not up to her climax, of course,
We're encouraged to do a lot of foreplay
Yes.
before the actual
Yes,
action.
yes.
You don't just meet it works differently for men
yes.
and women.
Actually.
Do you understand? A woman takes more time to get to that point, but for a man, I think is anything can just arouse a man.
yes.
You can see his dress, and the next thing is, oh my God, I just
Yes.
want to take this woman to the bed. And,
Yes.
you know.
Yeah, that of course.
So foreplay is usually encouraged
It's
before
encouraged.
the main sex.
Of course, it's usually encouraged, and not just that. A lot of people, this thing, what is actually killing many of our youth today is just the fact that we have forgotten the old time when our fathers, then they used to go out. They are always working, sweating out, calories, burning calories, bringing out sweat in their body, so that the things you take, might just burn through sweat. You get, a lot of us don't do this. We
Let's
always
exercise.
some people sit on the couch for as long as traction, so that you can be able to sweat out a little bit, because now a lot of things that actually happen that is making people want to use sexual enhancers is just because they don't do exercise. Nobody exercise. Everybody just sits one place. The laziness of I want to sit one place, and most times even sugar that we take, our intake of sugar, when it becomes high, it affects you as a man.
Definitely affects your sexual organs.
Seriously, it affects you, and of course you
But
start
then
you start looking for sexual enhancers, to be able to meet
But
up.
that's the wrong way to go about it. If as a man you have maybe quick ejaculation,
Yes.
I think you should treat it medically.
Yes.
Not to start taking sexual, because
Yes.
it will just help you for that moment.
Yes.
But it's actually doing more harm
Yes.
to you as a person.
These
as a
are
man.
erectile dysfunctions. These are erectile dysfunctions. So, see, the only place where you can be able to have where doctors prescribe things for you like this is only when you have erectile dysfunctions. When you cannot be able to arouse at all.
When you can-
to even to be able to arouse, like your man would to be able to arouse. There are diseases for all of it. So doctors actually will give you prescriptions of drugs that you can take. It's a prescribed drugs that will be given to you.
Yeah, okay. If you can't
like
stand, that's a different thing.
Yes.
And then if you have quick ejaculation,
Nation,
that's
it's
also a different thing.
So what is killing a lot of people is not the illness. Some persons is just, and it's just only few people but the people that actually go.
Okay, so let's look at why sexual enhancing drugs are common in Nigeria and amongst the youth especially. Why are these drugs common?
It's peer pressure. Peer pressure between friends, and
Okay, we're doing competition.
Yes.
Like I'm going to.
Yes,
I'm going to go test crazy.
That's really
Why
crazy.
would you even have to discuss your sex life?
Sex
with
life
your
with people,
friends?
with actually most people that are guys, actually they do discuss things like this. So when you hear people start doing, somebody will tell you, I can go 1 hour at a stretch without even stopping, and then you start feeling inferior that I'm also supposed to be, in this kind of, category. Why am I? No, sharp.
But then,
all of that.
but then people also forget that our abilities and capacities are not
different.
the same
They're
thing.
not
You
the
need
same
to
thing.
understand how your body system
Works.
works. You
You get,
understand?
yes.
And then go with a girl
Yes.
or a lady who understands you, the way you
are.
are. So long as she's able to. You don't deprive her of sex, or you don't. You do not really depriving now. You don't, and then again, there are other things I feel that affect these things. Like when people take too much of all these things, like when you go to the club, you see
Yes.
people dragging shisha, you see
all
people
of those
taking
things.
inhaling balloons,
yes,
you
balloon.
see people taking all manner of
all
things.
those things affect You know, these are the things. You know, you want to do
You
all
see
of.
people taking Molly just to feel high, and
Just-
you know, just I mean, there's so many crazy things that people do these days.
Yes.
Especially young ones.
Not
God,
just that. There's still one thing that a lot of people still do that is actually still affecting them: pornography. You know, some people. Yes, a lot of people see
masturbation.
the. When you see people watch pornography, you will see somebody spending a whole of 1 hour, in a pornography movie, and you think that's the way the person just come to go. These people actually take some pills, to be able
pills.
to last longer. So people want to do the same thing as they see it as modernization, and
that's
it's really,
crazy.
really affecting a lot of people. You understand?
It is. All right, before we go quickly, what are the possible solutions in order to avoid these sex enhancers?
Enhancers shouldn't be just drugs. Enhancers, when enhancer comes to drugs and herbs, it is really bad in the body system. So what enhancers should be your nutrients, the kind of food you eat. The
Healthy food.
Yeah, healthy food. It comes with the nutrient. Things you need to eat things that will actually bring you to the mood. As a person.
Not even bringing you to the mood, so to speak. Possible solutions are when people eat balanced
diet.
You take a lot of fruit.
Yes.
I know people who don't eat fruit from January to December. They don't take fruit at all.
Yes.
You only consume carbohydrate, and then
So
you drink
there's
alcohol.
There's no varieties. A lot of people
You
drink.
should make your food.
Yes,
All
exactly.
these categories or classes of food are actually important to the body.
Yes.
Carbohydrates, protein, minerals, fats and oil, whatever.
Yeah.
They are all important. Fruits and vegetables.
Yes.
So I think.
And another thing again that we should do is we need to actually go to the gym.
Exercise.
Exercise.
You don't necessarily need to go to the gym.
You need to
take a walk.
Take a walk.
Yeah,
when you're in the
walk.
office, you stretch your body. You need to move
Not
around.
even in the office, because sometimes your work might not permit you to really do these exercises. But then when you're coming to work, for instance, in the morning,
yes,
if there are places where you could actually walk,
yes,
walk the distance.
Yes,
you know, you don't necessarily need to take it. If you walk it and just use that as an exercise. When you get home, if you have like 30 minutes after you take a walk to and fro and just come back.
Yes.
It helps your heart to beat very well. Do you understand? Eat a lot. Eat lots of fruit. Eat vegetable. Exercise. These are things that people don't do.
At all.
You understand? People should learn how to balance their diet. And then when you get to a certain age, there are things you need to avoid.
Yes.
Like when you get to 40, you stop reducing your intake of beef.
Yes.
You start and eat more of white blood meat.
Yes.
Instead of red blood meat. You eat less of red meat and eat more of maybe chicken and fish, and then take less of alcohol.
Yes.
If you smoke, you try to stop all those things. All these other kind of things that people take as well.
Yeah.
So it was nice, really talking to you on the show. It was an interesting topic. I hope to bring you back so that we can continue this topic. And I'd like to maybe just say a word to the viewers. Say something that to the youth especially, what they should do or how to avoid taking this thing because it's not good for them.
There's something I would like to tell you. Is please, when you're discussing with your friends, please, you need to be telling people the truth. Don't pass the wrong messages.
Don't exaggerate.
Don't exaggerate things. Don't say things that you don't actually do, because these things actually affect other people that are sitting with you.
It affects their psyche.
Yes. It affects your psyche. So when they go out, they go and take all manner of things that possibly you might not even take, and you're not even doing it. So a lot of people need to see how they can stop all of these messages we are passing to our fellow friends. We need to go to the gym, go to exercise, do some exercise, try to see how you can be able to burn out sweat in your body. Don't engage in drugs. A lot of people that are drinking Viagra, please, you need to stop all of these things. It should not really help a lot of us, because
reduce the intake of Viagra.
Of Viagra is really
good.
It's really bad. It shouldn't tell on you now. It's not on you later as you're growing. So we need to stop all of these things and be active, by the right time, so that this thing is all about your health. It's not what you're doing now, it's what you're going to do later, how you are going to live in the future. So let's try our best to see how we can be able to do the right thing at the right time. Not engaging ourselves in sexual enhancers, pills and herbs.
All right. Thank you very much, Chris. It's good to have you on the show today. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and even on Twitter. Next up is the sports review. So I'm coming your way next week. Thank you very much for staying with us.
Good morning. Welcome to Sports Review. Here with you is Harrison, and I have here Mr. Mayowa. Good morning, Mr. Mayowa.
Good morning. Good to be here.
How was the night?
Fine.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on Sports Review. Let's kick it off with results from matches played yesterday. The international scene, the Women's World Cup. before we go into other results, let's talk about the Women's World Cup.
Yeah.
Fantastic games were played yesterday,
beautiful,
and
yeah.
other matches not too well, especially the Nigerian match, which ended in a goalless draw.
Yeah.
What was your take on the match?
Well, you know, yesterday match with Ireland, like we played defensive game in the first half because she really made some.
She
great
made a world-class save. The Japan women, they are just dismantling teams. Like they are just scoring for free, for fun.
They had 3 goals in the first half of the game against Spain, so that really speaks much of their team, of their team play, of the spirit in the team. So like of this World Cup.
Yeah.
So I believe it was a good game yesterday.
Out and saying they are actually ready for the next match. Like they are ready to take on anybody coming their way because they've been scoring goals for fun.
For fun, yes. That's just it.
4 goals.
If you have a team that is banging in goals like this, it won't be a problem for them to, you know, at least 1 goal will not be a problem for them in a match because it will build their confidence.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Let's move from matches played yesterday. This morning, I think they just ended the match. Have the likes of Ushola, who plays for a big team.
Yeah. Barcelona.
This girl, our midfielder Ajibade, we're not seeing that spark that we expect from them because we know they actually deliver when they are playing for their club,
yes.
But they don't really deliver when it comes to Nigeria. What is the problem? Is it the issue they have with the NFF, or is it just the coach not picking his team properly, or is the...
So I believe maybe the Nigeria, but you know, all these missed chances, you know, and is going to tell on our team because if we are not scoring goals back to back,
yes,
the confidence will not be there.
True.
So I believe if they can all work together, a lot of Nigeria, you know, players like the old players are, you know, throwing in their support for the Super Falcons, you know, backing them to reach the final. So I believe if they work together well, then it will be a good one for the Nigerian Falcons.
That's really nice because we know the Nigerian coach Waldron came out, said the team that the team they're actually growing in confidence. Wish them luck.
Oh yeah.
Another match that just they just rounded up now, Portugal United States, is a goalless draw. I think that's a bad one for Portugal because we know they actually they won their last match,
yes.
But they lost their first match.
Yes.
So this should be a bad result for them. I don't think they are moving on to the next stage.
I don't think so too.
Well, we wish them luck. We still have other matches coming up today. We have the likes of China versus England, Haiti versus Denmark. Well, for now, let's move away from that because we have news from Europe.
Yeah.
Van Dijk confirmed as the new Liverpool.
The one that has been in the club like the longest in, let's say, in this new.
No, I would say the likes of Mohamed Salah is there.
Yeah, but you can't give it to Salah. Salah doesn't have the command. He doesn't have that. He can't command that team. Anyone that you are making a captain must be someone that has a say in the team, that is bold to speak out on the field. You know, and I believe Van Dijk has that personality, and being a defender, is going to defend the team, and you know, so he's going to be able to speak for them on the field and off the pitch. So I believe he's a good pick for Liverpool.
Okay, that's nice. We know that the Dembele transfer saga is still going on. Yesterday we reported that he actually, I think day before yesterday, he actually gave his say by accepting, I think telling Barcelona to allow him to negotiate between PSG.
They've confirmed the transfer. He has already said yes to the transfer. So I believe in a couple of days we are going to be seeing, you know, a lot of speculations over the, you know, the cost and everything. So it's a done deal in progress.
Okay. That's good. Just let me just throw this one in there. Manchester United signed a contract with Adidas for a period of 10 years,
Yes.
worth over 900 million.
million.
That's a massive plus for the club.
Yeah, Adidas has always been with Manchester for a while, so it's like I consider their partnerships to be very smooth, and that's why they are going on this 10 years deal. So, assuming there was a clause in their agreement, maybe there would have been a breakage in their working together. But Adidas is a very good sponsor to Manchester United, and like going into the new season, I hope things will get better for us, and we'll be able to get more silverwares to show for our work and everything. So
okay, that's good. I know we are actually out of time. We don't really have much time. There's this thing I always do. I always put my my guest. Should I call you a guest, or I always put my co-presenter on the spot? Okay. Between the match China, England, Haiti, Denmark, I need your prediction.
yeah, well, yeah, well, I'll say I'll give it to England against China. So maybe 2-0 or 2-1.
Okay.
Then Denmark, Haiti. Denmark should be able to be over them. Maybe 3-0.
3-0.
Yeah.
Okay, you heard it from the horse's mouth. Thank you for staying with us here on Sports Review. We'll see you tomorrow. Do have a wonderful, wonderful day.